Hey my babies! So today is day 4 of the 12 days of Zula, and we're going to be talking about everything you wanted to know about college classes, from how credit hours are calculated to the grading scales to buying books for the classes at the bookstore. So if you want more information on this topic, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned, okay? Yes. All right, so you guys already have your schedules. Go to Banner and pull up your student detailed schedule. I know the way that they have things on Banner is kind of confusing, so I'm going to attempt to break it all down for you.
So this is going to be my schedule. Well, this was my schedule my first semester, freshman year. I won't go into all of the classes I had. Just know I had 9 classes. They were worth 16 credit hours. That doesn't add up. Honestly, it really doesn't, but I can break it down for you. So, what does a credit hour mean? How do you decide what is worth how many credit hours? So, a credit hour simply tells you how many hours per week you can expect to spend in a class during a 15-week semester. And you might be saying, okay, that's cool, but you get 1 credit hour for foundations, but you were in the class for 2 hours. Well, Foundations of Biology 1 is a lab that is what the L tells you. Any lab at Xavier, no matter how much time you spend in there, you could be in there 2 hours, you could be in there 3 hours like the chemistry labs, you could be in there 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. You're only going to get 1 credit hour for the class. Honestly, I'm not sure why. That's just the way things are done at Xavier. And I'm sure probably at any other university as well. Labs are 1 credit hour. Your lectures, on the other hand, are typically worth 3. So you can look, it says it's worth 3 credit hours. I was in the class twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. T is Tuesday, R is Thursday, from 9:25 to 10:40. That's an hour and 15 minutes, which is 75 minutes? 75 minutes times the 2 days I was there equals 150 minutes per week. Now y'all know 3 hours is 180 minutes. So that'll put 150 minutes at like 2.5 hours. They round up. So I spent approximately 3 hours per week during a 15-week semester in my General Biology 1 class. That's basically how they break it down. If for whatever reason you have a class that is worth 4 credit hours, you will still spend the 3 hours per week during the 15-week semester in class, but your 4th credit hour comes from you taking an hour each week to teach yourself. This -07 that you see right here tells you what section of the class you are placed in. Now, a section basically means a group. So you'd read this as, all right, you're taking General Biology 1, which is Biology 1230, and you're in Section 7 of it. You're in the 7th group of students to take the class. Grade mode, standard letter, is just telling you that Xavier grades alphabetically. There is a grading scale. Every class has a 10-point grading scale. However, when you go to look at your final transcript, your transcript is not going to say 89.5A or 79.5B. It'll simply say A or B. So another thing I want to bring up is how, some of your classes are in the science complex, some of your classes are in the science annex. It's all the same building. The complex is what you'll hear a lot of returning students refer to as the old side. The annex is what they'll refer to as the new side of the NCF. But like I said, it's all the same building. The annex is the side with all the glass. If you toured Xavier and they took y'all in there, it's the side with the big wrapping staircase. Any drills that you may have designated by the D, your drills are not worth any credit hours at all. Reason being, everything that you do in General Chemistry 1 drill or Math 990 drill, whatever drill you have, any class, any work that you get done that you turn in your drill class will supplement the corresponding lecture. So all the quizzes that I took in chemistry drill over the semester counted toward my chemistry lecture grade. So make sure you do well in drill because it does count. This CRN number, I just highlighted everything. basically designates your exact course. So the CRN number for foundations section 5 is not going to be the same for foundations section 1. It's for this exact course. It designates this exact course. Section 5, not section 1, not section 6, not section 2, not section 7, section 5.
Alrighty, y'all. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do want to talk to y'all about classes. Just some general information. College classes really are not that difficult, especially your freshman level classes, your 1,100 level classes. What determines their level of difficulty is your professor. And that is why I recommend going to Rate My Professor. Now, while you should take your reviews with a grain of salt, look at the level of difficulty that every person has given this professor, because that can give you an idea of how difficult to expect their class to be. And don't get scared if you're looking up your chemistry professor and see that they got 1 star. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're gonna be stuck with them. When you get to Xavier for orientation and you go and meet with your advisor, meet with your department, they're not gonna let you change teachers because they had bad reviews. You're simply gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But you do want to make the most out of it. If you feel like your teacher really can't teach that well, on your syllabi that you're going to get, especially like for biology and chemistry, they're going to list all the different teachers that teach that exact class. So feel free to go and meet with different instructors. I mean, I'm sure your professor really won't take it to heart as long as you're getting the help that you need. That's all that really matters. And if you want more information on the class that you're going to take, go to Google, type in Zula course descriptions. You're going to see these results. Click on the first link and go through and enter each class that you're going to be taking, and it's going to give you a description of your class. And if you want to take a look a bit further and figure out what books you're going to need per se for the class, go to Xavier's bookstore's website. I believe it's xula.bncollege.com. Now, I know that college classes and books get this certain stigma. You should wait until after, the first week of class to decide whether or not you're going to need the book. While I do agree with that, if you have any chemistry lecture, lab, or drill on your schedule, you're going to need a chemistry lab manual and a chemistry lecture manual. You're going to need that for the first week of classes. So I do recommend buying that, not necessarily as soon as you get to campus, but before classes start, because you're going to be working in them the first week of classes. With everything else, go through and enter your classes and your course, your section number in their little search box. If it says required, put a little mental star by it, but also don't feel like you have to buy it then, because there have been times where the book was required but we really didn't use it. And if you see recommended, just throw it out. But not only should you use Xavier's bookstore's website to figure out what books you're going to need, also use it as a tool to figure out how much you're going to spend on books. Now, if you don't have the money to pay for books, that's fine. It's really no problem. You can always charge books to your X card. How that works is, of course, you go up to the counter to pay. You're going to swipe your Zula ID card like it's a regular card, and the charge for your books is going to be charged to your financial aid. If you don't want that happening, or if you just want lower prices, they do price match. I've never physically tried it, but they do price match. You can always look on Amazon, or you can always look for a PDF of the book. PDFs are always free. Also, utilize social media. A lot of times, especially now during the summer, upperclassmen are trying to get rid of the books that they bought. So feel free to buy it from them, but just make sure you compare their price to the bookstore's price, because they might be trying to scam you. Alright, so after classes have started, you've talked to your professors and you know exactly what books you need. Do not go to the bookstore and try to buy them. I don't recommend going in store, mainly because honestly, y'all, the first 2 weeks of classes, the bookstore is going to be packed. That line is going to be wrapped around multiple times, literally, from the time that they open at 8 a.m. until the time that they close at around 4 or 5. What I recommend doing, if you are paying with your own personal banking card because you can't use your Xavier card on the website, Order it online and then do order pickup. I'm telling you, y'all are gonna be in there literally 2 minutes or less. And all the people in the bookstore line are gonna see you walking out with your bag and they gonna be like, yeah. When you get all of your syllabi, they're gonna tell you exactly how many tests you're gonna have, how many points they're worth, how many quizzes, how many points they're worth, how many homework assignments, how many points they're worth. And they're gonna tell you the exact amount of points total for the class. Lots of teachers really don't give extra credit because they feel like, you know, you're in college now, you're an adult, you should get on it. Like, you're not going to get to medical school, to dental school, to pharmacy school, to graduate school by them babying you. You might get the chance to drop your lowest quiz grade, but no extra credit. So beware of that. But y'all, these college classes are no joke. I understand it's your freshman year, you want to have fun, but just be careful and be mindful, be meaningful, and be intentional about everything. Because yeah, you know, you may be able to drop XYZ class and, you know, repeat and delete, and it might make your Xavier GPA look great, but when it comes time to apply to medical school, to dental school, to professional school, period, every class that you dropped is going to be on that transcript. They're going to see all of that. So just be careful. Try not to drop any classes unless you're just going to get a D or an F on it, honestly. And if you do choose to retake a class because you got a C in General Chemistry 1, because you got a B, you better get an A the next time, because I'm telling you, if you don't, that's going to look bad on you. I'm just saying. So yeah, y'all, just be intentional, be careful. Manage your time wisely. I'll talk more on that tomorrow, but that is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a nice little thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you want my opinion on your professors, feel free to reach out to me. Yeah, remember, I'm a resource as well. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you tomorrow in day 5. Bye guys.